Hey, let's take a look at the Shadowlands Afterlife's Revendreth trailer. And here we go.
To the good people of Revendreth. It is with optimism that I address you today. Though these are challenging times. Firstly, I assure you that our holy mission to help the most violent and wicked souls atone for their sins is and always will be our utmost priority. Our rituals are effective. Our judgment keen, but fair. We, Venthyr, remain committed to bringing eventual redemption to all who desire it. It is through your faithful work that even the most evil and prideful beings may ultimately be spared an eternity in the maw. Unfortunately, of late, the flow of such hubris-ridden souls has virtually ceased. And as a result, anima, our most precious resource, is in dwindling supply. Even we, the faithful who extract the anima, have not been spared the effects of this mysterious drought. Yes, we still have our old reliables, our workhorses. Yet I fear they will not be enough. We are doing everything in our power to gather more anima. But, simply put, we must all, rich and poor alike, make sacrifices for the greater good. Therefore, I have decided to implement a strategy of conservation and rationing, which should keep the anima flowing to those most in need. In this manner, we will keep our people strong and our land healthy, despite the efforts of those who would use this crisis to further their own ends and rebel against the rightful structures of our society. Rest assured, we shall bring these miscreants to justice. With fairness and mercy, of course. I am, after all, nothing if not compassionate. My loyal subjects, we are doing all that can be done to stimulate anima production and fulfill Revendreth's honorable purpose. Remain devout and resolute, and know that I will lead us all into a brighter future.
Okay, gotta say I like that. Kind of liked all these. They seem to give you a nice overview of how the Shadowlands works. It seems like Revendreth and Bastion are almost two sides of the same coin to me. We have one that collects souls and one that drains them. You could almost say they both torture the people that they bring into their fold. With the Bastion, they basically wipe your mind. So they're, almost putting you in a cult. And when you go to Revendreth, they're physically torturing you, which is kind of messed up. It's kind of the same way if you look at Maldraxxus and Ardenweald. You have one that's a military power and one that's like nature-loving hippies. So it's like they're almost two sides of the same coin. I don't see a lot of similarities between Revendreth and Ardenwild or Revendreth and Meldraxxus. But I do see similarities between Meldraxxus and Ardenweald, and I do see similarities between Revendreth and Bastion. So now if they're calling Garrosh a workhorse, and he says we have a few of our faithful workhorses, I'm curious if we're going to see some other familiar faces in there. I think that would be interesting. And this guy, Sire Donathrius, is just maniacal. He is. If you believe anything he says, you're believing him out of fear. You can see it in the look on this guy's face. He's transcribing what he says, and he's disgusted with what he's writing down, it looks like. I wouldn't think it would be much more than a week or two, and we should see the pre-patch, and we can start getting a few answers. Because I'm really curious about who makes it into the Maw. If the workhorses that aren't accepting their sins are going to Revendreth, how bad do you actually have to be to get into the Maw? That is going to be an interesting answer. So if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and thanks for coming by and watching. I'm going to send a hi out to my best friend, and y'all take care.